Transfer news live. Bellingham to Man United as Arsenal bid for Vlahovic. Transfer news live. The Erling Haaland saga is heating up once again, with claims that Real Madrid are plotting a deal worth a whopping £292 million to partner the Real Madrid superstar with Kylian Mbappé in Spain. Meanwhile, Arsenal have reportedly made their move for another in-demand striker in Dusan Vlahovic, offering £50 million plus Lucas Torreira in a bid to convince Fiorentina to sell. The Gunners are also targeting Leicester midfielder Youri Tielemans and Nottingham Forest loanee Jed Spence, while Juventus supposedly want Thomas Partey as part of any deal for Arthur Melo. Chelsea are eyeing a move for Paris Saint-Germain full-back Layvin Kurzawa and also have Reims striker Hugo Ekitike and Barcelona's Ousmane Dembele in their sights, as well as Inter Milan forward Ivan Perisic. Sponsored Manchester United are thought to be favourites for Dembele, while they are also eyeing Jude Bellingham, Declan Rice and Amadou Haidara, with Bruno Fernandes shelving new contract talks. Tottenham are still chasing Adama Traore and have an interest in Jesse Lingard, while Newcastle have failed in a loan bid for Donny van de Beek, as they also target the likes of Keylor Navas, Diego Carlos and Sven Botman. Liverpool continue to be linked with a £58 million move for FC Porto winger Luis Diaz. All eyes are also on the Everton managerial search, with Roberto Martinez favourite to return and succeed Rafael Benitez, while Brentford have offered a 6-month contract for Christian Eriksen to return to the Premier League. Follow the latest transfer news, rumours and gossip with Standard Sports live blog below. The latest on Arsenal now from Standard Sports. Simon Collins. Arsenal are waiting on Juventus to give Arthur Melo the green light to join them on loan as they look to bolster their midfield options. The Gunners are also after a striker this month and have been linked with former Chelsea striker Diego Costa, but a move for the 33-year-old seems unlikely given his age. It is thought Costa, who is a free agent after leaving Brazilian club Atlético Mineiro, would be keen on a move to Corinthians and the chance to play with his former Chelsea teammate, Willian. Fiorentina's Dusan Vlahovic has emerged as Arsenal's top striker target, but a move for the 21-year-old is not close as the transfer window enters its final 2 weeks. The Serbian has 18 months to run on his current contract and, given he will not sign an extension, several of Europe's top clubs are tracking him. A possible loan move for Arthur remains on the cards, but Juventus are unwilling to let the Brazilian leave right now. The club are reluctant to be left short in the midfield area, and Aaron Ramsey is more likely to leave at this moment in time. Arthur is thought to be keen on a move to Arsenal and the chance to play in England. Arsenal, meanwhile, are in contact with Gabon over the health of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang after he missed last week's game with Ghana due to cardiac lesions. The forward is understood to be feeling fine, but Arsenal are monitoring his situation closely. Big news concerning Christian Eriksen. The Athletic have just reported that Brentford are offering the Danish playmaker a 6-month contract to return to the Premier League. Ex-Tottenham star Eriksen is attempting to rebuild his career after suffering a cardiac arrest on the pitch in a match against Finland at Euro 2020 last summer. The 29-year-old recently left Inter Milan due to Serie A rules over implantable cardioverter defibrillators, though wants to continue playing and is targeting a place in Denmark's squad for the World Cup in Qatar later this year. Eriksen has been training with Danish club Odense Boldklub of late. Christian Eriksen file photo. Dylan Markande's move from Tottenham to Blackburn is almost complete. Sky Sports report that the 20-year-old winger is undergoing a medical with the high-flying Championship club this morning. Standard Sports' Dan Kilpatrick stated last week that the two clubs were discussing a deal worth an initial £500,000 that could rise to £1 million with add-ons. Tottenham had hoped that Markande, the first British Asian to play for Spurs' first team, would agree an extension to a contract that expires in the summer and head out on loan. Spurs will also retain a significant sell-on clause. Chelsea will inform Southampton this week as to whether or not they are willing to sell striker Armando Broja in January, writes Jack Rosser. The Albania international has shown on loan with the Saints this season, scoring 5 goals on his way to becoming Ralph Hasenhüttl's preferred striker above Che Adams and Adam Armstrong. Southampton agreed a loan deal with Chelsea in the summer that did not include an option to buy at the end of the season, but talks have now been held over the potential of a permanent transfer. A number of clubs in the Premier League and across Europe have been asked to be kept informed of the situation, meaning Southampton are keen to explore the possibility of striking a deal this month in order to ward off any interest in the summer should Broja continue his fine form. The Saints are waiting to hear whether Chelsea, who spent a club record £97.5 million on Romelu Lukaku in the summer and also have Timo Werner and Kai Havertz as options up front, would be open to a sale and will learn their decision in the coming days. Click here to read the full article. Arsenal look set to ruffle more feathers after their successful request to have yesterday's North London derby postponed. Part of the argument against that being allowed was the fact that the Gunners have loaned out both Ainsley Maitland-Niles, Roma, and Folarin Balogun, Middlesbrough, of late, depleting their own numbers by choice. Now Fabrizio Romano reports that a deal taking Arsenal defender Pablo Mari to Udinese has been agreed. The Spaniard will head to Serie A until June, with no option to make the deal permanent. Arthur Melo to Arsenal is beginning to look like a real non-starter. The Gunners are keen on a loan move for the Brazilian and have offered to cover his full salary for the remainder of the season as they look to solve their midfield crisis. It had previously been said that Juventus would be willing to move Arthur on once they have sourced a replacement. However, Sky Sports in Italy now claim that the Serie A giants would demand Thomas Partey as part of any deal for the former Barcelona man. Surely not. For all the talk of Denis Zakaria, there are 3 other midfielders currently catching Manchester United's eye. Per The Athletic, Borussia Dortmund and England star Jude Bellingham is believed to be the Red Devils' top target ahead of a busy summer window. However, they are also keen on West Ham talisman Declan Rice, while Ralf Rangnick would also reportedly back a deal for RB Leipzig's Amadou Haidara. Crucially, it is now being said that United are no longer pursuing Zakaria. Liverpool have once again been linked with a big money move for Luis Diaz. Reports constantly mentioning the FC Porto winger in connection with a switch to Anfield have been refuted this month. However, Portuguese outlet A Bola insist that Liverpool could launch a bid worth £58 million before the transfer deadline on January 31. All may not be well with Bruno Fernandes at Manchester United. The Athletic are reporting today that the Portuguese midfielder has now shelved talks over a new contract at Old Trafford. Fernandes is said to have rejected an initial extension offer during the autumn as he seeks parity with United's top earners and will suspend further negotiations until May. United are reported to be relaxed over the situation, with Fernandes under contract until 2025 with the option for a further 12 months. Staying with Crystal Palace for a moment, Standard Sports' Jack Rosser suggests a U-turn could be in the offing over Jean-Philippe Mateta. Crystal Palace are reconsidering the decision to let Jean-Philippe Mateta leave the club this month. There is interest from France, the 24-year-old's home country, in a loan deal until the end of the season, but a recent upturn in form may see him stay in South London. Mateta has 2 goals in his last 4 games in all competitions and was turned to by Patrick Vieira ahead of Christian Benteke during Friday night's 1-1 draw with Brighton, playing a role in Conor Gallagher's fine effort. Following that meeting with their rivals, Crystal Palace chairman Steve Parish met with Mateta at the Amex to congratulate him on recent performances in a show of faith from the club. Mateta is on loan from German side Mainz, with the 2 clubs in talks over whether the striker will make a permanent switch to Palace.